Hola, hola, muy buenas a todos, y aquí yo sé con otro capitulazo de The Outer Worlds. Y bueno, vamos a continuar donde lo dejamos en el capítulo anterior, que si no me equivoco, es que últimamente estoy falta de memoria, y por eso es que lo grabé hace 24 horas el último capítulo. Eh... Volvemos a la pionera, perfecto, volvemos a la pionera, que veníamos de Terra 2, pero de otra parte del planeta, de Senda Rosa o Sendarosa, y veníamos para acá para hacer la... Eida, ¿qué coño? ¿En serio? ¿Diario? Informa al doctor Wallace de que tienes la clave de investigación. Ah, coño, que esto era lo que íbamos a hacer. Habíamos conseguido al final, es verdad que lo habíamos pagado, la, la clave, y vamos a informar al doctor malo de este tema, que habíamos conseguido la clave de acceso para ir a Monarca, si no me equivoco. Y bueno, vamos a ver qué nos deparará Monarca. Espero que más peleas, más emocionante. Odio los tiempos de carga. Si tengo que salir entre un par de veces, uff, me pone los nervios. Y, lo que había una misión también. Sí, lo que tú digas. Había una misión también.
Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired a nav key to Stellar Bay, would you like me to contact Dr. Wells?
Ah, la bahía estelar.
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch.
Lo entenderás cuando te reces Monarca. Vale. Dime qué tengo que hacer.
You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound.
Vale. Tengo algunas preguntas que
Come see
hacerte.
me in my lab. I'll answer any questions you have.
Vale, me voy.
Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
Vale, a ver. Pionera, laboratorio Escilia. Pero espérate. Diario. Tengo. Consigue el arma tecnológica de la pionera. Esto no tengo ni puta idea. Consigue el arma tecnológica de Escilia. Y solución vital. Busca a la capitana Aaron en Escilia. Escilia, ¿pero puedo acceder allí? Ah, sí, sí puedo. Pero no, vamos primero. A ver, ¿y esto? Localiza. A ver. Mapa, ¿vale? Hostia, monarca. Bueno, vale. Vale. ¿Y esto? Ahora con Lila Harley. Vale, este sí es aquí, ¿eh? Este sí es aquí, chicos. Vamos allá.
Good luck, Captain.
Continuar. Hay sitios y sitios en los que interactuar con nuestro personaje. Bueno, vamos a hacer esta misión en la pionera. Aunque tendremos que volver, lo más seguro, pero por lo menos esta me la quito de encima. Cuanto antes y luego vamos hacia Escilia. ¿Escilia era? No sé. Pensaba que íbamos a ir a Monarca. Pero no, era... mm, no sé qué estelar. Ya no me acuerdo. Es que son tantos nombres raros que no me acuerdo. Venga. Ya en breve ya se pondrá. Vamos a no perder tiempo. Que hemos perdido 5 minutos. Venga. Mira, lo tenemos cerquita. A 170 metros. 120. Vamos. Abrimos puerta. Y... ábrete. Vamos corriendo. Cállate. Venga, vamos, 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 vamos. Vale, está aquí encima, así que tenemos que abrir aquí.
Sublight salvage.
Sí, sí, lo que tú digas.
Their front looks surprisingly on the up and up.
Subimos en el ascensor.
You reckon we can shop here, or is it all spoke for?
¿Me abres o no?
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the unreliable?
¿Y usted quién viaja en la falible? Así es, soy el capitán Hat.
Sure you are. Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door.
Ah, menos mal. Debería irme, venga. ¿Qué pasa?
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down.
Oh,
Lilia
cuidado.
Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come.
Me llamo Joseph, soy el capitán.
Charmed. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere.
Yo no la maté. Será mejor que ahora no escuche que dice eso de su nave.
Is Ada still at the helm? I don't know how many times I told Hawthorne to restore that smartass to factory settings. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
There is always a catch.
Siempre hay una pega.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours.
Bahía Estelar.
Interested?
Puedo entrar en Bahía Estelar. Hábleme sobre el trabajo.
One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he could spill the goods. We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine will be expecting you.
Casi su lado en Salto del
A
Arroyo.
few of my contractors run flights in there and out again, working around with the board embargo. We keep the community lubricated with a steady supply of booze and unconventional erotica. Byzantium kids with more money than sense can thank Sublight for their good time.
Te refieres un poco convencional.
One of my guys filmed a Raptidon grinding on an automech. Didn't end well for anyone, including the cameraman.
¿Qué tipo de
When the
cargamento
board
buscamos?
pulled out of Monarch, they buried or sealed anything they couldn't carry off-world. Apparently, one of Catherine's teams uncovered an abandoned lab with full tanks of Alta Vitae gas.
Así que busco acá. Alta idea, ¿qué es eso exactamente?
It's exactly 1 million bits per cubic meter. Before you get too excited, the only thing rarer than Alta Vitae gas is a reliable buyer. Dangerous stuff. Acid for the nuclein in your cells. It's no good to anyone outside of a lab.
Ah, yes, Alta Vitae. I knew someone who inhaled it by accident. I'd never seen anybody spontaneously combust before.
I see your friend here is the brains of the operation. Good. Every salvage crew needs
Te
one.
quiere morir joven. Ven, así está
Now
el
get
trabajo.
going. Catherine will brief you on the details when you check in with her at Fallbrook. One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes in the back of your head. Understood?
¿Qué se supone que tengo que buscar? Suena turbio. ¿Algo más que deba saber de Monarca?
Few laws and even fewer people to enforce them. If you're working for the right side, it's a fucking paradise. You'll do fine. Probably nothing to worry about. Probably.
I ain't worried if you aren't, Captain. Honest.
Venga, vámonos. Ya es
We're
suficiente.
not gonna have to hurt anybody.
¿Podré matarla? Vale, parece que el ascensor se va a caer. Bueno, es hora de ir para la nave. Bueno, ya tenemos otra misioncita de supply. Pues, supuestamente todo el que iba... Bueno, todo no. La mayoría que trabajaba con supply acaba desapareciendo. Vamos a ver por qué. Pero supongo que los habrán matado. Pero yo creo que vamos primero a buscar los productos químicos. A la persona que nos había dicho... Huele, ese, el científico loco. Yo prefiero los apodos antes que el nombre. Weller. Un nombre así. Pues...
Oh, I did not expect you back so soon, Captain.
¿Qué dice? Tenemos que ir... Monarca. Que sería... Ah, sí, tenemos que ir a Monarca. Claro, Bahía Estelar. Vale, plataforma de aterrizaje Bahía Estelar. Oh, sí, plataforma de aterrizaje de Cascadia. Vale, tengo dos. Pero espérate. Diario, mapa. Mapa, diario. Aquí, a ver. Habla con Nioka en Bahía Estelar, vale. Y después... Consigue el código de acceso perdido. Salto al arroyo, vale. Y... En salto al arroyo. Vale, ¿qué sería? Coño. Otra vez falla. Esto es un poco lento, Plataforma de aterrizaje Cascadia, pues no. Bueno, vamos a darle aquí, venga.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
Estamos en órbita, vale. Vamos a ir con nuestros dos personajes principales. El nuevo que se queda ahí esperando de mientras. Y vamos a conocer a la querida amiga del Doctor Malo. O el Doctor Capullo, que nos lanzó en unas cruces nada más a salir de la constelación. Cabrón. Se ve como un poco abandonado, ¿no? Pensé que iba a haber algo, alguna cajita o algo, pero no. Pues no. A ver, no tiene nada, así que... sí, mira, tenemos un tipo aquí. Mira el cara va. Vale, lo encontré.
Hey, hold on there.
Quita ahí, tengo que registrarte.
Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
No. Mira, no he ido... para pasarme el día de cháchara. Parece sorprendido. ¿Ves esta nave de la plataforma de aterrizaje? Es mía.
I knew it. See, I made what you'd call a logical deduction.
Quemando cojones.
You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
¿Por qué están ahí?
You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
Mi nombre es Alex Hawthorne.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
¿Tan aislado estaba ahí
We
afuera?
don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are Sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
Risas años. No esperaba encontrar a alguien como tú, monarca.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
Casi toda. ¿Quieres decir que la Junta miente acerca de este lugar?
Oh, sure. It makes Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell.
Ah, the nostalgic stench of home. Can't say I miss the day-to-day of living in Edgewater.
Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
Bueno, me voy.
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
Depende, ¿qué necesita?
I got this Rizzo's Rangers tossball poster coming in on the next Sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Escilia to see if it's come in?
Claro, preguntaré por tu póster. ¿Quién es el agujero negro? Eso se parece muy parecido.
Thanks a bunch. Escilia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Venga, hasta luego. Para máquinas. Guardia. Centinela. Bueno, vamos a ver. Hemos descubierto camarera del club náutico. Vale.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud.
Perdón.
Don't interrupt, it's rude. But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn rapt out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
Encantado.
Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you?
Me quedaría charlar, pero creo que está bastante perjudicada. Me han dicho que puedes ponerme en contacto con un traficante de información.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats?
Mi madre querida.
Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You'll have to get me something to clear my head.
Creo que necesita. No necesito como capaz de que me lleve a pico de diablo, toma.
Outstanding. Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
Y si no consigo café en esteroide o algo así, habla de cafenoide. Solo es un estimulante.
Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
Muy bien. Ya volveré. ¡Oh! Otro nivel. 12.342 de experiencia. Toma.
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
Hola.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember.
Vaya coño.
What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
Dirás la abuela. Me han pedido que recojan suplemento de cafenoide.
And what a helpful young man you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits. Who's your lucky friend, dearie?
Vaya hombre. En realidad son para mí.
I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents. Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra?
No te puedes fiar de nadie. En serio, corro. Y no me darías un descuentillo del 100%.
Aren't you a naughty boy?
Hay que intentarlo.
There are no discounts here, but Auntie knows what to do with mischievous men like you.
Ay. ¿Qué?
Oh, I'd have to talk to Mr. Nandi about you, of course. Anyway, is there anyone else needing a pickup from Auntie Abigail?
Lo tengo bien guardadito dentro de mi culito respingo.
Aren't you a saucy thing? I may not be a fresh young thing anymore, but with age comes experience, dearie.
Agüita la vieja. Ajá. Me enseñas un par de cosas.
Much as I'd love to, my rheumatism is especially fierce at the moment, and I'm all out of my medicine. But I'd hate to send you away empty-handed. You were here for Caffeinoid, weren't you? Who's it for? Now, there's no keeping secrets from Auntie Abigail. I'll tease it out of you one way or another. Also, I really do have to enter someone's name for the allotment. After all, I have to keep track of where our little pills wander off to.
Parece razonable.
Indeed. Now, how about you tell Auntie who this pickup's for?
Bueno, voy a decir que es para esta.
Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry.
No, menos mal. Tiene que haber alguna forma de aumentar la asignación de nuevo. Cuando recién con una nueva dosis.
I'm afraid it'll be the better part of a month. Our dear Nyoka tends to exhaust her supply rather quickly. Believe me, there's nothing I'd love better than to help you, but there's not much I can do. Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them.
Pensaba que de los que me han dado aquí. Tía, debería ser así.
Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room, for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his.
Es un tipo despistado, ¿no?
Careless experimentation with medicinal substances does take its toll eventually. In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations.
¿Dónde está el cementerio?
The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties. Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie.
Venga.
Chin up, dearie. If Velma's capable of running the warehouse...
Como no me das eso, pedazo de vieja, tendré que buscarlo yo mismo. Está vacío, coño. Me quita la viejita.
Please, will someone help me?
Venga, a ver, cuéntame.
Thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
¿Dónde lo viste por última vez?
Oh, I just knew you were a good person. Agnes, I said, this is the man to save your little Tucky. And I was right. He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous glands, but he didn't listen.
Oh, law, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place like this.
No, y ahora tiene 80 años.
Can't we help?
Please, won't you go and find my boy?
Te ayudaré. Venga.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
Algo raro me huele esto. Bueno, vamos a ver qué nos depara los exteriores de las murallas de este lugar. De Bahía Estelar, en Monarca. Tan 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 tan. Wart. La verdad que el cerdo tiene más mala pinta. Está como un poco con tumores. Qué asco. Como grasiento y derretido y culto. Hostia, qué cosa más fea, tío. ¡Wow! Chaval. Tenemos un pequeño planeta pegado a nosotros. Qué guapo. Venga, vamos al cementerio.
Smells like those old Sundays when we'd unload salt tuna shipments at the cannery.
The trick is not to breathe through your nose.
Bueno, vamos por aquí mejor, que veo muchos bichos por ahí. Ya tendremos tiempo de registrar todo esto. Pero, mierda. Hostia, te la palmo. Este es grande, Joder, qué rápido se queda sin esto, tío. Recarga, recarga, recarga. Madre mía, chaval. ¿Dónde va? Guau, chaval. Ya te lo cierras. Mira, aquí tenemos algo. Que por cierto, tenemos puntos de talento disponibles. Vamos a hacernos esto, defensa, diálogo, sigilo. Venga. Tía, esto me suena al hogar de este hombre, ¿no? Agüita. El vicario. Agüita el vicario. Tiene una botella de vino. Jugoso. Coger libro. Bueno, ya nos podemos marchar. Ya de paso ya. Como nos han pillado. Pues no lo podemos quitar de encima. Vacío, vale. Para mí. Vale. Esto también. Me va a gustar monarca, ¿eh? Sí. Me va a gustar monarca. A ver, por ahí no hay nada. Esto está cerrado. Vale. Por aquí nada, ya ahí entré. Vale. Pues podemos continuar. Esto estaba cerrado. Y aquí hay una caja. Y esto está abierto. Hostia. Para mí. Coño, cógelo. Qué oscuro está esto, ¿no? No tiene luces. Menos mal que las cosas se iluminan. Está bien para dormir. Tampoco había mucho.
Feels like the old bits outside of Edgewater. Used up, unneeded, left to settle into ruin.
I believe this place has seen better days.
Que está haciéndose el dormido, el hijo de su madre.
Sometimes violence is the
Dale
only
ahí,
way.
amigo. Toma. Bien. Bien hecho, compañeros. Vale, cerrado. Mira, por aquí hay algo. Y esto está cerrado. Ey, transición de residencia de los madres, ¿qué coño es? A ver. Pues no, coño. Hostia, sí hay gente.
A visitor? What
Visitante.
an unexpected surprise! Please, come in. Come in.
I, for one, welcome a reprieve from our travels. That is, if you'll have us, kind sir.
That's the spirit. Now come in. Make yourselves comfortable.
Claro, con mucho gusto.
Excellent. You've arrived at just the right time. My wife
Oh,
is putting the finishing touches on dinner.
comida gratis.
Please, make yourself at home until it's ready.
Primero paso. Hola, amigo.
Oh, hello there. You come for
¿Has venido a cenar?
dinner?
Esa no era
Are
la
you
idea.
sure? Because someone came for dinner yesterday. Or a week ago. Wasn't that you? Maybe not.
Te das un poco una hora acá. ¿Te acuerdas bien? Parece confundido. Tengo la sensación de que te falta una locura. Parece
It just
confundido.
gets hard to remember things. I recall moments, feelings, but the details slip.
I felt like that after my dad passed. Walked around in a haze for weeks. I'm sorry you're feeling that way too.
Other times it's like there's fog. Sorry, have we talked about this before?
Tal vez pueda ayudarte.
That's nice of you. I usually feel better after I eat. Mama said dinner's almost ready, huh?
Será mejor que te dejen paz. Sí, mejor. Hola.
What a pleasant surprise. And just when I was beginning to fear we'd seen the last of good company for a spell. Yet the Eternal provides, does it not?
Only if you give yourself over to the plan, Martha. May I call you Martha?
By all means, just make yourself comfortable. Company is always a reason for cheer.
Desde luego, no puedo criticarte a ti mismo. Si os gusta tanto tener compañía, porque vivís en un
The
lugar tan
Eternal
apartado.
does not desire that we huddle and hide, crowded in by walls. We all share the spark of the divine, and we were made to spread it across the stars. Out here, we are free. And even apart from society, the universe provides for us, as your being here proves.
Como demuestra vuestra presencia. Supongo que todo acaba pasando por alguna razón.
That they do. Though it's up to us to make the most of those opportunities, wouldn't you say? Look at me, prattling on as if this gravy is going to cook itself. Why don't you run along until we are ready for dinner?
Hay un piso arriba. Coño, si hay otra. Hola.
Oh, hi there. Did you come to bring us more of those rocket candies?
Caramelos, cohete, ¿qué coño le pasa? ¿De qué habla? Claro, he traído
That's
caramelos.
wonderful. There was this other man who used to bring them. Not anymore, though.
¿Qué puedes decirme de ese
Mama
señor?
and Papa said he came from the city. When we got sick one time, he brought those candies to make us well again. And they worked. Now we feel better than ever. Mama says they're a gift from the Eternal.
¿Y cómo es que ya no
He
se
said they
cae?
were making us sick. Mom and Papa got real mad at him for that. They went to have a talk with him. Afterwards, they said he wasn't coming back again.
Me tengo que ir.
Okay. Maybe I'll see you at dinner.
Perhaps we should skip dinner. My stomach has been a tad unsettled of late.
Hay otro piso. ¿Puedo pasar? Llave de la casa de madre. Sé que sinistro todo, encima están en silencio, tío. Hostia.
Hey, what are you doing in my room?
Perdona, solo estaba echando un vistazo.
Liar! You're trying to steal the last of my rocket candies, aren't you?
Tranquila, ya me voy. Bueno. No. A ver.
You must be famished. So are we, my friend, but one can't rush a fine meal.
¿La puerta se cerró con llave?
Is it sticking again? I'm afraid nothing out here works the way it used to. There's a bit of a trick to jimmying it open. I'll see to it once we've finished dinner.
Vale.
I do appreciate your patience. I'd hate to serve company with anything but the best, though.
Hostia, ¿es verdad? ¿Qué coño?
Yeah, huh? He seems like a nice boy to me. I'm glad you gave him a shot. Maybe he doesn't talk all smarty smart, but he can still have a good where it counts. In his heart, I mean. I mean, sure, he's a bit rough around the edges. I bet he just needs somebody to show him a better path. You might surprise yourself.
Vale. Y... a ver si me dice
Yes, you
algo.
caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged. What's occupying your thoughts?
Pues nada. ¿Qué coño? Esto no me gusta, tío. Nos han encerrado aquí, ¿eh? Vale, ya hemos conseguido salir. Pero qué coño, tío. Qué cosa más rara. Necesitas la tarjeta, la llave Mother. Nos han encerrado, tío. Y no preparan la comida, ¿qué? ¿Tengo que hacer algo? Yo me lo podría saltar. Y ese día, si me ataca un viento, que joder. Es que tengo curiosidad. ¿Qué coño les pasa a esta gente? Es que cosa más rara. Tengo la intriga.
Spacer's choice pills, they cure all your ills.
Y olvídate del hospital, dice. Esto es más loco que yo. ¿Y aquí qué hay? Oh.
Oh, no. No.
It is unnatural. And
Lo sabía.
Affront to the grand plan.
Lo sabía que algo raro había. Y están hasta aquí. Y eso está cocinando.
But what's this? You're tracking blood into the kitchen. Oh dear. You've been nosy, haven't
Que
you?
había rastro de sangre. Tranquilízate. Esto no tiene que ver mal. Sí, es una de mis especialidades.
How very rude.
Time to teach you some manners.
Here's a little trick I learned in prison.
Es lo que ustedes querían. Lo siento mucho. Voy a cubrirme aquí. Mira la mierda. Vale. Me he dado cuenta que ninguno dice, oh, mi hija, oh, mi marido. Pues, Pues bueno, vámonos. Ya hemos averiguado lo que pasaba con esta familia. Que eran unos putos caníbales. Están por este lado. Madre mía. Menos mal que algo me olía raro. Tantas puertas cerradas, tanta hospitalidad. Madre mía, madre mía. Tiró el salto por el balcón. Bueno, pero por lo menos conseguí unos par de electroconsuas. Muy bien. Todo sea por algo, ¿no? A ver, tenemos que ir al jodido cementerio. ¿Dónde coño está el cementerio, tío? Aquí. Misión activa. Está ahí mismo. Claro. Encima está detrás de la casa de estos. Manda huevo. Hostia. Uno menos. Toma. Mándalo por toda la boca. ¡Pam! ¿Dónde está la otra? Vale. Aquí no hay nada, aquí no hay nada. Nada. A ver, ¿de dónde tenemos que ir? Hacia el otro. Vale, por aquí entonces. Oh, me partió las piernas. Bueno, ya tenemos esto completado. Nos volvemos a casa. Fuerte familia de locos. Stellar Bay. Bahía Estelar. Pues vamos. Pero no la tenemos tan lejos, coño, porque hemos tardado tanto. Bueno, por la familia esa.
This ride is about to get ugly.
Ahora sí, bien jóvenes. Esto se va a poner muy feo. Pues no lo entiendo. ¿Qué me van a hacer aquí dentro ahora también? ¿Son caníbales en el pueblo? Ya lo que me faltaba. Vamos a ver. A ver si conseguimos los cafenoloides, eso. Cafeiloides. Cafeiloides. Las pastillas. Madre mía. Con la familia. Ay, mira que meterse con nosotros. Ah, de verdad. ¿En serio?
I think I'm gonna be sick.
¿Te encuentras bien?
No! I just stepped in a dead man's blood. And I think one of the flies landed on my mouth.
Sí, sí, creo que te haga.
If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
You don't look like Sublight.
Oye, que había alguien aquí dentro. ¿Qué coño? Ah, pues sí, hay un cadáver.
Sorry. Just spooked me, was all.
What a gruesome way to die.
¿Examinar? Había varios atuendos, no sé qué. Listo, también. Coño, ¿dónde está el azul, tío? Uy, para mí. Ya está. Busca pistas en el apartamento. Bueno. Ya encontré las pistas. Me voy. Vamos a hablar con la charada esta a ver si nos deja.
Hello again, dearie. What can I get you?
Acerca del Dr. William.
Such a pity, isn't it? But I suppose it's an important reminder that one can have too much of a good thing. Even cost tolerine.
Arena. Vamos a darlo así. Solo necesito eso. Me voy, tía, no sé quién. Bueno. Ya tenemos varias misiones aquí, a lo tonto. Hola, ¿qué tal?
Ah, the charmer. Welcome back. Drink, chat, or business? All of the above?
Tengo tus pastillas mágicas.
More or less dangerous than a steady supply of alcohol. Give it here. Ooh, that hits the spot. Right in the, oh, no, there it is. There it is. Yes. We're in business. Let's go.
No necesito un compañero de viaje, solo quiero que me digas
Great. Where to?
A buscar al traficante
Oh,
de información.
Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower we lovingly call Devil's Peak. We'll be going south and west, mostly along the road till we're past Fallbrook. Out there, there's a western slope that'll lead us through some fun.
Esta se
Like
habla y se
hunting,
contesta
right?
sola.
That's fun. If you're more of a spelunker, Rotting River will take you into the mountain caverns. We can discuss options when we get closer. That said, 3's already a crowd. I don't mind waiting somewhere until you got a spot open.
Corbati. Espera, espera más, espera.
I hope you like being part of our crew, Nyoka. We're real excited to have you.
Well, well. Isn't often we see new folk in Stellar Bay.
Vale, gracias.
Enjoy. If you're keeping Nyoka company, you'll need a few to keep up with her.
Ain't a person on this planet who can keep up with me. Wait, we are talking about a drinking contest, right?
Now what can I do for you? Anyone who spends any amount of time in this bar is bound to get to know Nyoka. On account of her being here so often herself.
Hey, you ought to be paying me. Without me livening up the place, y'all would be wallowing in the misery that is your sad corporate lives.
I don't mean that unkindly, Nyoka. Anyone who's rid us of as many beasts as you have is entitled to a few drinks. Something else I can do for you?
Decía que por aquí no suelen haber muchas cosas nuevas porque no estoy seguro. Venga.
Not since Amber Heights. These days we have more leaving than coming. Off to join the Iconoclasts or some such. Bunch of marauders broke into the executive compound, slaughtered everyone. Corporations pulled out of Monarch not long after. I thought everyone knew. But then that was 10 years ago. Still feels fresh to us every time we look at our walls, though. But it had a fancy ring to it. Name's the first advertising anyone sees, after all.
¿Hay algún yate en Ballester?
Nope. But a man can dream.
Venga, hasta luego. Bueno, ya tenemos la visioncita por aquí. Vale, pero tenemos esto que voy a subir un poquito de liderazgo, que lo tengo abandonado. Esto y diversifico. Después la ventaja. Daño cuando mi acompañante, velocidad de paso, velocidad de carrera, pérdida de vida. Esto me gusta. Paso crítico del acompañante. Índice de armadura base. No. Desbloquear la habilidad con exceso de carga. Velocidad de movimiento. Talento de diálogo. Aplicar. 40 cada uno. No está nada mal. Y bueno, vamos a ir dejando el episodio de hoy por aquí. Like, suscribirse y en el próximo episodio más. Chao, chao.